Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm recording this video a couple of minutes after I've just done my rant video about Keir Starmer, so I may seem a bit more animated than I was when I first got up. But this is the next edition of the Depression Diaries. God, I can't even remember stuff like that. Yesterday, again, I was sleeping a lot. And I tried to watch a film and I fell asleep. I thought that if I put on one of the interesting Japanese films I've got, that the concentration of trying to hold on to the story and read the subtitles and look at the wonderful CGI, I thought all of that might have helped. It didn't. I shut down, fell asleep, missed half the film. I have bought in recent days some books on serial killers because that's one of my interests. I like learning about what makes a serial killer and the chase to get them. So it's not just biographies I like to read of them. It's, you know, anything that brings in the police view of how it went, the mistakes that were made. I just love that stuff. I've always had an interest in abnormal psychology, even before I knew I had a mental health problem myself. So I had a look at one of those and I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get the interest up. So I thought I'd do the next best thing. Criminal Minds may not be the most accurate, but it's interesting. I like the characters. I like the fact that most weeks it's an offender a week sort of thing, like the monster of the week thing that Kolchak the Night Stalker used to be. And I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't feel any interest in what was going on the screen at all. The only thing I can say is at least I didn't fall asleep during them, which is annoying because I've seen those hundreds of times. Because I picked up on season 2, because when I was having a look through all my DVDs, I picked up the first season and watched that right the way through. So it was kind of soothing to hear the familiar voices, but I wasn't really interested, even when you got a really bloody murder. I couldn't get into it. I just played the episodes just to hear the voices, just to drown out the constant misery I was suffering from and still am. And last night I was still waking up in the middle of the night for no reason, going back to sleep. It's so annoying. And I don't know what to do. This actually seems worse than my previous regular depressive cycle. And that was around the end of October to the beginning of January. This seems worse because I can't even get a tiny bit of interest in anything that I usually find interesting. And I don't know whether this is just because I've become hyper-focused inward, but my tinnitus seems to be louder at the moment. And that's driving me nuts. But it's not as it usually does, keeping me from sleeping. Because normally, the tinnitus, when it gets loud, I can't sleep. It's having no effect on my sleep. And what I would really love to do, and I can't do it anymore. When I was a teenager, every Friday when I had my first job, I bought a bottle of vodka. I used to go home, I used to lay on my bed and I used to down a bottle of vodka. And I did that for a while and then I stopped because I just couldn't afford it because I was financially self-harming in a different way. But now I wish I have not got the money and I can't have alcohol with my medication, because before it didn't really do anything to me. It made me a bit dizzy for a couple of minutes and then it was like I drank some water. But now I can't, because my medication, I can get pissed, completely pissed, on a mouthful of drink because it affects all the medications I'm on. And I just wish I could go back to a day when I was not on medication, but could just at least one day a week just drink an entire bottle of vodka and be done with it. Maybe that would make me feel something, even if dizzy for a couple of minutes is all it made me feel. All I can feel at the moment is heavy, depressed, and angry. Although anger is towards what's happening in UK politics and Keir Starmer, all that, but I can only feel negative emotions, nothing positive. And this is having an effect on the new series I want to do, because it's supposed to be positive. It's supposed to be building something. Anyway, thanks for watching if you've made it this far. If you see where I'm coming from, if you feel this way at any time and you found this informative, or at least knowing that you aren't alone, then please click the like button. If you know someone who has depression and they may feel that they're alone, send a link to the video to them. And whatever, feel free to comment below whether you feel the same, whether you feel differently when you have a depressive episode. Again, I will say this: if you're just going to troll, no one else is going to see it but me. And trust me, I can out-troll anybody when it comes to myself. So whatever you think of me, I've probably thought much worse. So don't bother, because no one's going to see it but me. And it has no effect on me whatsoever. I just like to bring it up occasionally. And if you want more videos by me on various subjects, then why not think about subscribing, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you know when the next video has been dropped. And I hope to see you again soon.